Hi, would you be interested in signing a petition?
Depends. What's it for?
I'm trying to get Prop 8 reversed to allow same-sex marriages in California.
I don't think so.
Why not? Are you homophobic?
No. I just think gays shouldn't buy into the same trap that heteros did.
What do you mean?
Marriage is an obsolete 19th century form of contract law.
I still don't follow.
It blends economic and emotional agreements, and uses government to cement a deal.
Why is that bad?
I prefer to keep my emotional commitments out of reach of bureaucrats, and partnership contract law provides better for my economic dealings.
But why shouldn't gay couples have the same rights hetero couples have?
You misunderstand me. I want to abolish government-sanctioned heterosexual marriages also.
Are you crazy?
No. I just think the 14th Amendment should protect all people equally, and that means allowing people to enter into any economic relationship without regard to sex, age, number of participants or emotional context.
I don't get you. We just want the same rights as anyone else.
The right to be subject to a bureaucratic arbitration of your emotional relationship? I can see it now, gay divorce court.
You are crazy. So what would you replace marriage with?
Nothing. Existing partnership contract law for economic agreements, and whatever social announcement you might want to use to promote your emotional commitment. Jumping over the broom worked just fine up until the progressive era. The beauty of this is that a partnership for protection of jointly owned assets can continue even after the emotional bond has broken down.
But what about children?
I'd make them junior partners in the agreement. That way they'd have inheritance rights to the joint assets. Emancipation becomes easier if they turn out to be bad kids, too.
Or adoption? Gay couples have problems with this.
I can name anyone as a partner for economic purposes. The emotional commitment can be handled in any way that makes sense in the social community you voluntarily belong to. You notice I don't say government.
What about immigration status for foreign spouses?
Similar, a partnership is a form of contract that allows for work visa application.
I still see problems. When my partner went into hospital, they wouldn't let me visit because I wasn't family. And when he died, I didn't get his pension.
Well, if marriage is abolished as unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment, then they'd have to do both by a legal partnership means.
You're being unrealistic. The easiest path to equality is getting same-sex marriages legalized.
It's all bound up in a biblical Judeo-Christian view of what a relationship should be. I agree, it might work for the short term, but have you considered what's next?
What do you mean?
Polyamorous relationships are more common than you'd think. My approach should gain support from the Mormons, I'd expect. Here's a question for you. How do Muslim families immigrate to the USA? The men are allowed by their religion to have up to 4 wives, if they can afford them. Does the government only recognize the first one? What happens to the other 3?
You're just pulling my chain.
No. To recap, I think marriage as a social contract was hijacked by government in the early 20th century as a way to build a welfare state. It keeps a lot of lawyers busy with the inevitable confusion of emotional and economic issues during marriage dissolution. I prefer to keep my emotional and economic issues separate. If I love someone, I don't need a bureaucrat to sanction it. If I want to end an emotional bond, I don't want to have to hold a fire sale on our assets, especially involving children. I'd prefer to have any arbitration occur without emotional context. Besides, bigamy and bigotry law doesn't allow me to have multiple concurrent economic commitments of this type. Existing partnership law is much better in my humble opinion.
It'll never fly.
Look at how people have relationships now. Most people just live together way before they have children and get married. And with same-sex partnerships, the only option available is to shack up. This is evidence of the unrealistic way institutionalized relationship law is perceived. Could you imagine if friendships were governed in the same way as marriage?
So you won't sign my petition?
Nope. Not unless it was to add a new measure outlawing all marriage as unconstitutional under the 14th Amendment.
Good luck with that. You're probably right, but I'm going to continue looking to get equal protection by increasing the scope of government control over relationships.
Well, that won't impact me as I can just do my thing already, so good luck to you also.